Hello and welcome to this final hour of Wasteland Degenerates Kickstarter campaign. I am now looking at the final tally of this last hour, and we are up to $47,119. Holy crap. I'm extremely excited to be here with you and maybe make this camera more centered on me. And yeah, we're here. We are live, and we are going to see if we can make it to 50,000. I seriously doubt it in 58 minutes, but if we do make it, then hoorah. Anyways, I am just going to continue talking until somebody makes some sort of comment or something that I can react to, because I don't know what to talk about. I'm not a showman. I am just a guy who likes to have post-apocalyptic adventures and want to get something out to people that they enjoy. So yeah, I will give you the updates on the Kickstarter. Otherwise, you can give me the a comment that I can talk about, questions, anything that you're curious about, anything that you're excited about. Just let me know what you got, because I am all about that life. So we are currently 47,119, 769 backers with 56 minutes to go. I'm going to look at the dashboard, see what kind of action is going on. So we started March 29th with $36,315, 363% funded, and 601 backers. By the same time, on the 30th, we had $39,359, 393% funded, and 652 backers. That's over 50 backers in one day. And then the next day, it was 42,509. That's the start of the day today. 425% funded, 699 backers. And now we're up to $47,119, 471% funded, and 769 backers. That's 70 backers in just this last day. So, that's cool. That's real cool. Oh, hi, John. Good to see you. I appreciate you. Eric, utopian future. This actually is a utopian future. I'm not sure if you've been keeping up with current events. Wasteland Degenerates is actually aspirational. So yeah. So John also asked if I had 50K. Do I know what the new class will be yet? Well, I've got a bunch of class ideas, but I think that it'll have to be something appropriate for the junkyard. I was already planning on having dumpster drivers have a class called the Cataclysmic Scion, which is basically a kid that grew up never knowing the world before. One of the classes that I have thought up Probably isn't going to be the appropriate one, but we'll see. Depends on what the other authors do. But the there's I have an idea for the a disgraced surgeon with a god complex. So he's incredibly powerful with healing and like medical abilities, but he's just the biggest jerk. So that will be fun. If I choose to go with that one, we may go with some sort of other mechanic or I don't know, something that is not doesn't infringe on the grease monkey, but is appropriate for a junkyard where the dumpster drivers takes place. All right, let's see. I got an Instagram recently and Blue Sky, and they keep me busy with extra posts that I really care a lot about, but are 100% necessary to actually keep up with modern audiences. I got a message from Smuggler's Run on Instagram. Let's see what this is all about. Your game looks epic. Come for inspiration at our next event. And that's my cat. I don't know if you can hear my cat. Hey, what is your event like? Question mark. Join us or die. May 2 to 4th, October 17th to 19th. This looks awesome. Oh, I saw a swastika. Well, that was a thing. Let's see. Smuggler's Run says the event will challenge participants to chart their own course to interactive checkpoints in California from Barstow, Johnson Valley, Big Bear, and Joshua Tree. Exhilarating 3-day experience combines an on-road, off-road rally, scavenger hunt, escape room, all on stunning curated trails. Teams will compete to win various challenges and earn the prestigious title of Elite Smuggler. This unparalleled adventure is the perfect combination of trail riding, music, food, and adventure, tailored to cater to enthusiasts who want to enjoy their vehicles on some of the most spectacular off-road trails. So, yeah, that's quite a thing. I absolutely do not have the chops to engage in off-road smuggling adventures, but I will I will definitely consider going for the spectacle if I have the money at that time. Um, let's see. John says cataclysmic scion. It's actually Scion, not scion. Um, as in like scion, as in like a child, or the progeny, not the a psyker. Although if we get to a new uh, release, the next adventure is going to be called Asphalt Dirge, and there is a class that can have psychic powers in that one. So that look forward to the next adventure, Asphalt Dirge, which is will be coming in a new Kickstarter campaign, most likely, down the road. And yes, it does look like real life wastelands. I've got a bunch of people from Wasteland Weekend interested in my stuff, and they wait all year to just unleash their inner Mad Max, and all the pictures from that town in the middle of the desert that they build is just amazing. I am always astounded at the creativity that they display. So, I'm someday I want to go to that, but I will need to, get a lot of money to get an outfit that looks like it cost, nothing and was gathered out of the garbage. Um, so yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Where am I? Did I leave my Kickstarter? Well, Kickstarter is on the ending soon page, so hopefully we'll get some boosts off of that. We're still only at $47,119, so I suspect we're not going to go to 50K tonight, but that's okay. Wasteland Degenerates will not go away. We are, definitely going to be here for the long haul. And yes, Eric, I could definitely film a promo at something like that. Oh, you will be backing Asphalt Dirt. That's great. I'm definitely, looking forward to this because it's going to be a block crawl. And I think that every OSR, old school style game needs needs some sort of hex crawl or adventure like that. Do I know of anyone doing actual play? I have not yet. Some of those Wasteland Weekend people that I was talking to, actually have um, an actual play podcast, but I have not been able to get in touch with them to see if they are actually going to run Wasteland Degenerates. I think that they would have a riot. They would enjoy it. But coordinating these things is takes a lot of energy and timing that I don't really have very much of. Um, as evidenced by the fact that my campaign is ending a week into like Solo Borg and like the John Baltusberger's new novel Kickstarter, and a bunch of other major league campaigns that I probably shouldn't have butted up against. I am really enthusiastic though that my new friend Hamilton, who does Wraithborn, did very well with his Kickstarter. You know, I did the math, and he got a lot of money for you know, the very beautiful like campaign setting that he created, and it really like seemed like it was too good for Morkborg. Uh, like, you know, you have all this beautiful art and stuff, and but you know your characters could still die in one hit. Um, so I've been very happy to talk to Hamilton. He's actually going to work on a monster. I'm working on a monster for him. Um, so you know that's the great part about this whole process is learning, you know, about other creators and making friends, doing cross promotions, doing uh, doing shared work. You know, giving uh, he's he's making a ghostly biker for me, and I'm making him a an like a creepy android looking thing. Um, it'll be great. It'll be great. Let's see here. Number has not changed. Let's see, but we do have 1,400 project video plays on the dot. That's about 36% of people who pledged. Let's see here. Yeah, well, nothing going on right now, um, but we'll see what happens. I think a lot of people are driving home from work. That's my problem for picking 6 p.m. as my time for the end of the campaign. But you know, they said that Tuesday was a good day to do this, and I just arbitrarily picked 7 p.m. as the end time. So maybe I'll live and learn. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, with regard to like actual play, um, I would do that myself, except you know I am not savvy with you know the technology necessary to do that sort of thing. I think I would definitely lean into like the you know I would be a player or the GM, but I would let somebody else you know run the equipment. Um, let's see. I will respond to Smuggler's Run. Okay, that looks awesome. I would love to check that out someday. All right. So, anyways, what you guys got? Do you have anything going on today? No, Bueller. I'm gonna look at the Instagram. No, Blue Sky. No. Let's see. I am currently in the backer kit. I just ported the campaign over. It will be a little bit before I get these items all set up and like the pre-order store and whatnot. Um, I I did a lot with backer kit for the jumper cable edition. So I'm pretty familiar with it already. And Matthew has more experience as Chainsaw already it funded by, like 20,000 more dollars than me. Um, but who's counting? Who's keeping track? Not me, certainly. Um, but Matthew's experience has been extremely useful in knowing how to proceed with this. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff at work, which I will not go into. Um, do you attend any of the RPG gaming conventions like Gen Con? It'd be fun to play it in a game that you GM. I uh, I may go to Gen Con this year, but I doubt I will be GMing anything. Um, I will be focused on I will be focused on getting the hardcover up and running. I may go just to experience Gen Con for the first time because I've never been there. Matthew says it's quite an experience. I would, however, have whatever books I've gotten set up, prepared for being sold at. Brian Collin of Vasgrim has offered to actually sell my books, so I will supply him with a large number of Jumper Cable editions and such, assuming that the hardcovers aren't done yet. Working on setting up games in Foundry. I despise setting up, games in Foundry. I despise any sort of online game setup. I am not good at it. My brain does not work that way. I am an analog boy in an analog world, he says while on a live stream. Um, and no, but if you wanted to work on on doing Wasteland Degenerates, in Foundry or whatever, and you have a line on doing that, um, that would be very cool on my book. I don't have any assets to give you at the moment, um, but that is the kind of thing that I am perfectly happy outsourcing to excited people who are excited to do use my toys. So yeah, John, if you were interested in foundryizing Wasteland Degenerates, that's fine by me. I don't know if you could integrate the random generators, but that would be pretty cool too. Foundry is like some sort of voodoo. I don't know how it works. Yeah. Let's see here. I was also glad to see that Christian Eichhorn has a Kickstarter out, supporting Christian Eichhorn is always a fun thing because he makes probably the best third party cyborg content out there. Let me see how he's doing actually. Let's see. Bankrupt. Christian Eichhorn. Let's see. $7,497 of the $541 goal. Always glad to hear that. I hope I was able to send some backers his way, because the more people supporting Christian Eichhorn, the more Christian Eichhorn cyborg books come out that can be used with Wasteland Degenerates. I am nothing if not a practical man. Gen Con is a blast. I've gone twice. I try to go every 3 years or so. Does it take 3 years to like recover from Gen Con? I'm just trying to figure out what I'm in for if I go. Let's see. If I could just go back in time and uncancel some of these pledges, I would be a happy man. But people have the right to do with their money what they will. But yes, let's see. I got contacted by Reddit advertising today, saying that they were ready to help me with my campaign. I thanked them, but they didn't seem to understand that today was the end of my campaign, not the beginning. And let me just look to see how much Reddit actually helped with the campaign. Let's see here. Reddit. I guess I might have made some money off of the pre-launch, the pre-launch ads that I did. But after that, let's see, Reddit forums, I made $804. Let's see, one of my ad sets in Reddit made $252. One of my ad sets made a grand total of $1. Let's see here. Android, its profile. Oh yeah, one of my ad sets for Reddit apparently did not make any money. So Reddit is an important tool for getting the word out there for free, basically, because we Morkborg people really do like our Reddit, but we do not respond to the advertisements very much. So lol, it takes 3 years for my wallet to recover. That tracks. Let's see. Smuggler's Runs got back to me. Event takes place in Southern California. Next one is May 2nd to 4th. It's called Nuketown. Looks like Vegas. That is amazing. Reminds me of Fallout New Vegas. I will definitely keep my eye on that should I have time, what with writing the RPG. There we go. So anyways, that Smuggler's Run looks like there's going to be a useful source of Wasteland material and inspiration. So good job, Instagram. You've helped me out yet again. Let's see here. Nothing on Blue Sky. We are up to 47,146. Oh, because somebody canceled their pledge. All right. So yeah, we are halfway through our final hour, and with any luck, we will find something for us to talk about. If you guys can see behind me, there is I used to have a big old painting there in front of my closet. There's a hole in the closet now because one of the closet doors fell off the track and landed in the other one, um, and made that little hole. And it happened in the middle of the night. It was not my cats. My cats were locked out of the room. It was just ghosts. So Nuketown sounds cool, like something from Fallout. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is that it sounds like Fallout New Vegas. Um, Even like the sign was a Las Vegas sign. Okay. I was very excited to unlock Rad City Music Brawl. I've had this idea for like a year now. Actually, no, it was a year. It was like 6 months, and I just, I thought, what if dancing zombies? Because why not? The zombies in Wasteland Degenerates, the mushroom zombies are, they're infected humans. They're not dead per se, but they do, they're slow because they're hopped up on shrooms all the time. And I thought that it might be fun if their kind of their base level atavistic brains responded to music. So if you get into the music hall and the zombies are swarming you, you can just play music, and like the zombies will stop and dance. And that sounds silly, but I feel like I feel like that's something that I can roll with in a Morkborg style game. Not everything has to be super serious. So, all right, let me see. So I don't know if you guys saw Talk Morkborg today, but I released a comment that this dude sent to me, that like deriding me for having a Kickstarter when my game is anti-rampant capitalism, and and Morkborg people are very much not conservative, fascist apologists, and we're generally in favor of diversity and inclusion, etc. So there were 142 reactions and 136 comments. Actually, 137 comments. The most recent one was imagine gaming with this turd. And I've amused by I'm amused by the just how dense you have to be to go onto cyborg-based game, and start talking about liberal stuff, because Johan and Christian and Pell are all very much pro civil rights, pro all that stuff. Anyways, oh, hi, Alec. Nice to see you joined us. It's really cool that the GM screen got unlocked. Already added to my pledge. Can't wait to see the art and the layout. And Eric says thriller zombies. They're classics for a reason, Eric. But Alec, yeah, the GM screen is going to be a little bit tricky to source, but I will figure it out somehow. I don't consider a RPG to really be real until it has a GM screen. So I knew that it was going to be difficult to make, so which is why it was such a high high stretch goal, 40,000. And the fact that we just breezed past it, kind of tells me how much everyone wants a GM screen as well. But it'll be aces. Nothing, no art that goes through Matthew's desk is ever bad. So it will probably be art from the book itself. But just kind of changed in format so that it works as a screen. Eric asks, how do we add the GM screen to our pledge? You can go into the pledge, as long as the campaign is still active, and edit what you're getting. You can change your pledge level, you can change your add-ons. If you go back in and edit it, you should be able to just redo all your choices now with more options. So let me know how that goes. I can see if I can figure out more help for you if necessary. Let me just, oh yeah, there's like a manage your pledge at the top of the screen. If you go to the main screen, and that will bring you to your credit card screen, and then you can go to change your pledge. I think that's how you do it. Change your pledge. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. So you can choose the pledge level, and it's basically as if you're doing it for the first time. So let me know if you have trouble. But yeah, John, you were correct. That guy, needs to feel some grass under his toes. Yeah, Alex says choose another reward, and then go to the add-ons and add the GM screen. You would not believe the amount of fiddling people do with their pledges in this. Normally when I pledge for something on Kickstarter, I stop thinking about it the moment that I make the pledge, and and then I go on and live my life until it tells me that the campaign funded, and I can choose other add-ons based on my current financial situation, or desire for more stuff. And I usually wait until the campaign is done, and because they're not going to stop me from adding new pledge items unless they're limited in stock. That almost never happens. But there are some people, Alec, you updated yours several times to include the new add-ons. There are people who went Cataclysm all in 7 or 8 times, and like canceled every time. So, it's like some people really, really, waffle on these things. Let's see here. Yeah, the one of the people that changed their pledge so many times uh, finally did pledge Cataclysm all in with stickers, but I was, I felt like a ping pong ball. It's like plus 125 minus 125 plus 125 minus 125, and it's like when I'm trying to hit stretch goals, that's a frustrating feeling. Um, but I think that most of those I got back on at some level or another. Some of them downgraded to donation only, and then asked if they could be added to the pledge manager. And at first I said no. I'm like, why would you need to be on the pledge manager if you only donated $1? But then I talked to Matthew, and Matthew was like, oh, they can change their pledge level. Eric, it will not include the DM screen because there is no such thing as a Wasteland Degenerates DM screen. It is a GM screen. There are no dungeon masters in Wasteland Degenerates. I love you. You're a good guy, but don't put that curse on me. Just don't call it a DM screen. Anyways, what was I saying? I forget. Let's see. Sorry for that long history of using that evil language. I forgive you, my good sir. It took me many years to rid myself of the legacy of Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and the game, which shall not be named again. But yeah, it's I do appreciate that that they've made gaming mainstream, but Hasbro has made just such bonkers decisions, and tried to engage in so much. Let's just call it fuckery. Fuckery is the best term. That I can't give them the benefit of the doubt anymore. If they had just kept with the open gaming license that had worked for years and made everybody a lot of money, it would have been fine. But they wanted to get a skim off the top of that and actually put a lot of the smaller creators out of business. So it was pretty bad. And I did get Baldur's Gate, the video game, Baldur's Gate 3, the video game. I've barely played it. It's just so much. It's so much, and I've got so much to do. I all the time that I play video games, I actually should be writing. I have found the art and mechanics of your game to be much more interesting and fun than the RPGs offered at Target. Thank you, sir. I would love to hear about what specifically you like. A lot of it is just Morkborg and Cyborg, like the dice mechanics are basically Morkborg, and Cyborg provided the rules for the mutations and the Cosmos interfaces and the Toth Tech relics. those were all basically lifted wholesale from nano powers in Cyborg and apps in Cyborg. But I like what I did with it too. I think that I've added a significant amount of interesting potential situations that can arise from these items. It's different from Cyborg, but it's also compatible. So I that's one of the reasons like I like talking about Christian Eichhorn, is because all of his Cyborg stuff will work just fine. Most of his adventures could even be adapted. It could even be adapted for like even the Morkborg adventures. A lot of them are just you go into a cave and you see some weird shit. There's like one adventure in the dungeons. Dungeoneer's Black Book, or Dungeons was the reprint. That was you go into a cave and there's like a rock concert going on, which made no sense in Morkborg, but would be absolutely perfect for Cyborg, or for Wasteland Degenerates. Eric says, I like the simplicity of everything. I'm including your game and Morkborg Cyborg bundle of games in my head, like how Wasteland Degenerates add cars and expand on some of the ideas I found compelling from Cyborg. As I was working on the generators with Stuart, I was at the same time, like reevaluating the car mechanics, not the car mechanics like the grease monkey, but like the way the vehicle combat works, and the way that vehicles work in the setting. And Stuart said something I will never forget. He said, I know you want this to be, rules light, like Morkborg and Cyborg, but right now it's just rules. It's not rules light, it's just rules. And I really took that to heart because, I wanted the vehicle stuff to work with the game, but not, work with the game, but not bog it down. I wanted it to be an extra complication. I wanted people to have fun, like tricking out their hot rods, because, for what reason would you even have a Mad Max Morkborg, but to have an awesome car that you can, have mods on. But yeah, so I just thought that it would be, it would be good to simplify it down, to the point where it doesn't play like a simulationist board game. Somebody just posted on the Morkborg forum, replying to one of my comments, and I just said 10 minutes left. Let's see. Alex says exactly how I think of this, Mad Max Morkborg, and it's awesome. It is awesome, and I don't know why people hadn't thought of it before. When I first started this project, there were some things that were vaguely post-apocalyptic. There was like a bunker Borg that I found on like the Ex Libris website, but that was like black and white, line drawings, not a full-on Morkborg or Cyborg, variant that you would see in a hardcover on your shelf. And as I started working on it, I got in contact with um, the Madborg uh, guys, and they are working on a series of post-apocalyptic uh, Morkborg games, including Cursed Flesh and Cursed Steel. Um, and those look great. They have a Patreon that I look at sometimes, and I kind of wish they would just get it over with and have a real Kickstarter. Um, and but they have this business model, um, and I respect that, but I also want them to just get out stuff that I can have as stuff that works with Wasteland Degenerates. It's I'm all about that life. I'm all about a rising tide lifts all boats, and I don't claim to have the only Mad Max Morkborg or the only post-apocalyptic Morkborg, but I do want to have the one that people perhaps think about the most when they think about having a post-apocalyptic adventure. Um, that's why I made it very flexible with the kinds of adventures and enemies that are in the game. Um, I have zombies, I have mutants. I didn't just choose one cataclysm; they're all happening all at the same time. Um, so it's I wanted something that would work with other people's visions. So like there I do have robots in the game. So if somebody's running Cursed Steel from the Madborg guys, some of my stuff will work with that, and that's great. That's awesome. That's intended, and I want people to be able to have fun with this, and I want other people to uh, perhaps even work in Wasteland Degenerates. I'm going to be releasing the third party license soon, and some folks have been talking about getting in on writing third party stuff. My friend Amelia wants to make a boat Borg, basically Wasteland Degenerates on a boat. Um, I I mentioned to a creator in Eastern Europe recently that we could have a variant of Wasteland Degenerates where we just check in with how things are in Europe, um, and that would be awesome. Alex says, "I'm really glad you ventured into it. I recently got my Jumper Cable edition in the mail. It's hand down one of my favorite Borg supplements. Great job. That's why I'm so excited for the hardcover." When I did the backer kit campaign, I was very much uh, on the level with telling people that this hardcover was coming, and some people were still caught off guard by that. They perhaps didn't read the FAQ, but you and other people like you, Alec, were the reason that I was able to do this campaign for the goal of $10,000 as opposed to $20,000, which would have made the fees exorbitant, or I would have had to put so much of my own day job paycheck into it that I'd be living like a pauper. So thank you very much, all of you guys who have bought the Jumper Cable edition. You've basically allowed this hardcover to happen. And I feel like, I haven't misled anybody. And like the jumper cable edition will still be handy because all of those rules for doing, car combat or rolling up characters will still be available to players when the GM is running the adventure out of the book, out of the hardcover book. So, that's where I am with that. Somebody's asking if the dollar pledge gets one access to the pledge manager. Saying yes, but you can't buy physical items until you back a physical tier. You can update your tier though. All right. Yes. So, Alex says, I understand the monetary argument, but having both on the table will be very useful. Like having something that the players can look at keeps them engaged more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're playing the game that shall not be named, and you have a dungeon master's guide and you have a player's handbook, there's going to be people at the table who can use both of those books. And I think it's very useful to have it that way. Let's see. Oh, Laser Cat just went all in for Skyline, increased their pledge. Laser Cat, that's a great name. Guinevere and Eric. Let's see. We are at the 2 minutes to go mark. Their clock must be slightly different than mine. All right, 115 seconds. So if we don't have anyone pledge in the next 100 seconds or so, our campaign will be over, and I will consider it a glorious success. $47,613. $614 because somebody just pledged $1. That's a funny way of going about it. Geen, all right, yes. The person that I just talked to pledged $1 so that they could get into the pledge manager. So yeah, I'm not going to disappear as soon as the campaign is over. I will hang out for a few minutes longer, of course. But we are under a minute. 774 backers, $47,710. I think that we are good to go on this. But yeah, it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. I am glad that we were all able to get together and have this fun little discussion in the last hour before the doom approaches. I did think that we had some sort of last minute pledges thing, but apparently that doesn't apply here. And we're out. Well, fireworks. 774 backers pledged $47,710 to bring this project to life. Yeah, Eric. I hate to say it, but our apocalypse probably is not going to be. It's not going to come with cool hot rods that have machine guns on them. Our apocalypse is probably just going to be us dying of mumps um, or uh, getting into like stabbing over Canadian bacon. I don't know. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate all of you guys. We even had one more person pop up. Maybe they thought that it was a mountain time. I don't know. Holy cow! Congratulations! What a campaign! Yes, thank you. I I worked very hard on it. Matthew worked very hard on it. Um, let's see. Can I still access all of my analytics? I can't. I can look at the dashboard, but Kickstarter has like this great analytics program that allows you to crunch a bunch of numbers and see where all your stuff is coming from, and for some reason, as soon as the campaign ends, you lose access to the analytics, which is extremely silly, I think, because you know during the campaign you don't have time uh, to. Thank you, Alexander. I appreciate you. Um, the it's I'm glad that you hopped on. We're not incredibly well populated on this stream, but we did manage to make the time go faster. But as I was saying, they have great analytics in Kickstarter, and none of it is available after the actual like campaign time ends. So, like, how are you supposed to learn from your campaign? I guess you have to keep it in your head. I don't know. But I still have access to the dashboard apparently, which allows me to see where I made money. My most money came from direct traffic with no refer, just people, people finding it over Google, I guess. That was about $6,600. My followers, I started with 69 followers from my original group, and that whittled down to 62 over time. I still made 3,900 from them. The Kickstarter recommended app gave me $3,600 from 56 pledges. 53 people saved my project in their profile, and I made 3,100 off of them. 3,000 off the discovery landing page, and it goes on from there. My newsletter ended up getting about $1,900, which is cool. But anyways, I won't keep anybody if you guys want to log off. Matthew just messaged me from wherever he is in an airport somewhere, and he said 47.7 is damn good, man. Let's go. And so yeah, that's where we are with that. We made let me just look at the let's see. We made over $5,000 today. We made about $3,000 yesterday. and about 3,000 the day before. So that's about $11,000. Let's see, 36,315 from the 29th to 47. Yeah, so over $11,000 over the course of 3 days. So that's not bad at all. It's about what Hamilton made on Wraithborn when you account for British pound sterling. He made like 8,000 pounds, which translated to something like 11 or $12,000 in the last few days. Yeah, it is. It is about 25%. Yeah, I mean, let me just get out the old calculator. 11,000 times 4 equals. Yeah, it's 44,000. That's so a little bit less than 25% in a few days. Of course, I made a lot more than that in the first couple days when everyone was just hovering over the pledge button when the campaign started. Yeah, that was I made 11,000 on the first day, and then 4,000 the next day, and then it kind of leveled off. So, yep, witness. But anyways, I will let you guys go. I will stick around until there's nobody here, though. And we will see you in the updates for sure. Remember the time Kickstarter has made 1/3 in the first days, 1/3 during the campaign, and 1/3 in the last week. Not many small Kickstarters achieve that these days. Yeah, that was the common belief. It's not. Let me look at the last week. So let's see. So from the 25th to today, let's see. So on the 25th, I had $32,500. So actually, that's let's see here. 32,500 by 47,700. Yeah. So I actually made 1/3 of my money in the last week. So Alexander, you managed to hit the nail on the head. Apparently, I am a throwback to the olden days. And let's see here. I did make about 1/3 in my first few days. Let's see. Maybe more than that, actually. Between the 3rd and the 6th, I made 17K. So, yeah, I mean, I think maybe for folks that have a big lead time, and like a dedicated following, I think they could do better business in the first days because they have all those followers already. And if I do future Wasteland Degenerates projects, I'm going to be able to, probably do a good bit of business on the first day, because people are going to be hungry for that. People are going to be hungry for that, those new adventures. And, I look at Brian Collin and doing Vast Grim, and, his first few projects after that did very well. And in fact, he was able to, do a Kickstarter of 3 different hardcover books, and just, really, really do, quite well. Because people, wanted that Vast Grim, dying universe thing. So I really consider, Brian to be my mentor in all this stuff, because he's, been through it all, and he knows, how it all goes, and he has all the contacts. Um, I'm definitely going to be talking to folks that he's introduced me to in the future to, kind of make the process a little bit easier. I, I'm all out here on my own. I've got Matthew, and I've got, friends, but I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I'm This whole campaign snuck up on me, even though I delayed it twice. I was, not ready for all the stuff that was going on. Granted, the real world has been not helping. Let's put it that way. I actually found your Kickstarter after I stumbled by chance on the Cold City Hot War Kickstarter 40 minutes before it concluded. Near was suggested in similar projects. That made for an expensive day. You're not charged for this until the thing ends. But yes, I suppose you did commit a lot of money that day if you went all in on Cold City Hot War. I'm not familiar with that one, so I'm going to have to look that up. Let's see, Cold City Hot War. Cold City Hot War, Berlin and London, Horror and Trust, 731 backers, $76,310. Dang. And by John Hodgson. I assume not the John Hodgson that was on the Daily Show. But let's see here. Cold City, World War II Berlin. Let's look at the rewards. I'm curious. PDFs, Cold City book, Hot War book. Oh, they had 2 separate books. That's why it was a large amount. The one Kickstarter I saw, less punk despite playing in Berlin. Yeah, that is odd. But I backed Mechborg, and that thing did $200,000 in business on Kickstarter. But partially it was because they sold 2 books, each of which appeared to be full price or near full price, and so every and like this was during the pandemic as well, so people were flush with the pandemic cash. I wish I could have gotten in on that at the time, but this was just a glimmer in my eye at that time. So no aspersions on Wasteland Degenerates. As far as the business we did great business. We're have enough money to do this thing, to get it rolling. We have the technology. We can rebuild it better, stronger, faster, etc. But anyways, Can I still back Cold City Hot War? Apparently. Huh. Is it just an open-ended thing? Oh, late pledge is active. I see. Okay. Anyways, well, thank you for letting me know about that. That's something that's interesting. I'll look at that. Um, in the meantime, I think it's time for me to log off and just relax for a minute. Um, nice. Well, yeah. Anyways, Alexander, it looks like you're the only person left in the chat, so I will bid you adieu. And thanks for joining me. And we will catch you next time. Great talking to you too. Have a good one.